Welcome to the gallery. We're focused on the gold. Finally, bro, we got you on the podcast, man.
I'm so happy. This is my first fucking podcast, and I've always wanted to do a podcast because I fucking love talking to people, and I feel like there's less pressure on a podcast to really like be yourself. Because I feel like in an interview, you're like, yeah. I mean, podcasts are still interviews, but I feel like podcasts you can be more like off the cuff.
Yeah.
Interviews be like more prepared.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just a conversation.
I'm so excited. This is
Yes, sir.
monumental.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. So, just to give the people a background, this was supposed to be a two-person conversation, a three-way conversation.
Yes, it was.
you want to,
but
you want
Miss Jules decided to be unpromptly and not timely today. So we're hoping that she drops in soon so we can press her about being late.
Yeah. So if you guys
can press her about being late.
if you guys all of a sudden hear Ms. Jules pop in, that's the reason. She was supposed to start off with us, but we'll see what happens.
Exactly. It's not the moment if Jules isn't here. So I guess it's my interview now. Shit.
As of right now, yeah, this is the Dylan Red interview, man.
Period.
Yes,
honestly, I'm not mad.
Can't be mad. It's gallery, man.
Period.
All love.
Definitely.
All right, so give the people a little introduction, man. Like what you do, who you are.
So hello, my name is Dylan Red. My artist name is Red. My pronouns are he, him, his. I am 20 years old. I am originally from Cerritos, California, but at the moment I am in sunny Isla Vista, Santa Barbara for school. I am a singer, songwriter, aspiring producer. I write a lot of songs for myself and for my BFF, Julia Garuli, also known as Jules. And we have a little group together by the name of The Moment. And, that's just that's our vibe. We want to be like the pop girls. We want to do something different. We want to bring some new shit to the table, I want to try with this group to reinvent pop. And I know that's a very ambitious goal, but seeing the new artists out there today, I feel like it's not too unrealistic to achieve that goal. So yeah, that's me.
Yo, I heard you speaking on other artists. Like, why do you feel like, I mean, obviously you should be confident in your craft, but are you saying that like your work is just so phenomenal compared to these other artists nowadays? Or
oh, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I wouldn't say that my work is phenomenal. I'm still intermediate in my work. I feel like I just started getting comfortable with sharing my work and collaborating with other people. I'm very humble. I would not say oh, I'm better than anyone else or anyone else's work is better than mine. But I feel like I want to create something different. I want to bring something new to the table. And when I was mentioning other artists, I'm talking about more popular artists, and I feel like when you're a popular artist, your art is definitely up for critique. But I wouldn't say that I'm bashing any artists because I feel like there's a great artists everywhere. Even in my own hometown of Cerritos, there's so many great local artists. But I feel like what I want to bring to the music industry and what me and Julia want to bring is a fresh new take to pop. I think Julia was mentioning in her interview on this podcast that her inspirations were Reina Sawayama and Casey Musgraves, but when I feel like those were pretty general, but Reina Sawayama, when I tell you she is really I sound like a stan right now, and you know what? I don't give a fuck because I am. She is reinventing the way that you see pop, because, you know, like, she's bringing back what like pop used to be. You know, Britney Spears, fucking the Pussycat Dolls, fucking the art of the Y2K sound. And I want to try and, you know, emulate that, but in my own fashion. And we want to try and emulate that in our own fashion with our music. But, you know, it takes time. It takes practice. I try to write every day, you know, because like my writing, you just get better every time you practice, you know. I feel like I finally gotten to a place where I feel confident in my writing. But I still feel like it needs work, you know. Like, I'm really proud of what me and Julia did with Down. I was so happy to write that for her. And it was just on a whim. And I feel like people really liked it. So I like that validation in my work. But all that being said, I would never like put down another artist or put down any other artist, because, you know, everyone's art is fucking amazing. You know, if you're out here making art in a pandemic, like, you're doing it right, you know. And even if you're not, like, and you're trying to like heal your psyche and your mental health and your physical health, like, more power to you, you know. But
Yeah.
I would never say that my art is better than anyone else's art, because everyone's art is so different, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yo, you covered a lot of ground right there already.
Yeah, no, me, I was like, let me clear the air quick.
Nah, here, okay. I know the moment's doing y'all thing, like y'all doing y'all thing out here. And I know it's no artist bashing, like I know that's not y'all MO. I know that's not what y'all about. But I know that, you know, your thing is trying to be different and, you know, trying to bring something new to the table. That's more what I was trying to get at, you know, like how you guys differ from other artists, you know, not necessarily that other artists are, you know, I think, you know, in the game, especially in the industry we are in now, like, you want to have that confidence where you're like, I'm the best, you know, I'm the best at what we do for sure. But, you know, you can definitely go about that, you know, in different ways. You know, there's some people who might take it to the extreme and like put other people down in the process. But I know you guys, that's not what we're about here. Definitely
For
not.
sure. No, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just feel like with what we do and what we want to do, it's like, I see these like pop girlies, because I feel like I want to expand the genres of music that I create, you know, because I'm not just like a songwriter. I consider myself a lyricist. I write lyrics, you know, like, not saying that people who write, like, who are consider themselves songwriters aren't lyricists. Oh, I just got a text from Julia. She said, "OMG, I'm awake." So she was asleep.
Wow.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, well, we already started.
I don't know how this is gonna work. If she can just join or what.
I hope she can just join. And I hope so. Also, I just realized that, like, I should have some headphones in, because I don't know if the feedback from the computer is gonna fuck with the mic, but we'll see what happens. I think it'll be okay.
Sounds good.
So what was I saying? What was the question again? Sorry, sidetracked.
I didn't really ask a question. I was just saying that you guys are trying to do something different, you know, and we're talking about other artists in the game and stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like especially, okay, so in terms of local artistry, I feel like what me and Julia are doing is pretty different from what everyone else in the area is doing, because I feel like everyone in our area, well, everyone that I've met in the vicinity of Cerritos that is an artist, they're all doing rap. They're all doing some form of rap. They're all doing some form of like lyricism. But I feel like with me and Julia, I feel like we're the only people really doing like pop and trying to go into like the pop R&B, singy songy type music. Oh shit. Hey dummy.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just woke up.
Oh my god.
But hey, oh my gosh.
I swear you're always coming for me for being late, and
damn, I'm
what happened?
sorry. I was awake, I promise, and then I was like 5 more minutes, and then next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock. God damn.
You're a legend.
Man.
Good morning.
Good morning.
GM.
Welcome. We're about how many minutes in?
I don't
30.
even know. Not 30.
30 minutes in. It's okay. Just because it's us, it'll be an extra long episode.
I'm with it.
But we were just talking about how what we do is like different, like locally, like from Cerritos, like what we're doing is
Okay.
different from
Mhm.
what everyone else is kind of doing. And like, did you have any input on that, or did you want to expand on that, Miss Jules?
Well, I definitely agree because, like, when you think about it, who else is doing pop? Like, I just know a shit ton of rappers, and I mean, there's Maya, but she's like kind of like singy, like kind of R&B type. You know what I mean? I just don't know anyone else who's doing it like we are, and I love it.
Yeah, I feel like we really bring. I feel like I keep saying "bring" to the table, like I keep repeating that, but I feel like in terms of like locally, like it's something different, it's something new, like. But I feel like globally, like on like that, it's nothing. It's not that it's nothing different, but it definitely needs.
Like
It needs work. It needs practice. It needs polishing in order to be really considered something that's like that's something I would listen to. Like, I definitely feel like with our first song that we did together, not Pastel Skies, sorry, our first good song. Not saying that Pastel Skies wasn't a good song, but I feel like The End of the World really was like a testament to the sound that we want to create. Because I feel like that song was really like created from scratch, like from the beat to the lyrics to the vocal arrangements, to the live performances. Like that's like quintessential the moment.
Yo, especially the live performances, in my opinion. I think that's like the coolest thing y'all do. Like, I think that's the coolest thing y'all do bring to the table, especially in the pandemic nowadays. Like, I don't see many folks hopping on Instagram Live, playing live instruments. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like it's definitely like cool that because where I live in the Bico house in Isla Vista. Please don't come and find me. But maybe after the pandemic, you guys can come in because we have like a garage, and usually during the when like pre-quarantine, we would always have like bands come and perform in our garage, and there would be like little band shows, and they would always be like super poppin'. So there's like a bunch of audio equipment in there. There's just the acoustics in there are really nice. So I was just like, hey, Jules, like get tested, come through, let's have a concert, And so I feel like those have kind of just been a regular thing for us, and we're trying to do another one, and we're really touching it on our roots here. We're our little gay roots. We're planning to have a musical theater cabaret because we're fucking bitch. I'm a theater major. Like, of course I'm gonna do that shit. But I feel like, oh yeah, in high school that was our jam. I feel like for me, I feel like theater kids get a bad rap. Like, I feel like people who enjoy theater and musical theater, they think first off, like they think like, okay, that's like the epitome of being fucking gay. Like you're sick and twisted. But first off, like I'm just like a person that enjoys consuming theater. And I think Julia, you would say that as well. Yeah. So it's just like, people just think like, oh my God, like you just like Hamilton and, you're fucking annoying and you have no taste in music. Like that's not the tea at all. Like I just enjoy like good music. And there's some musicals where like the music is fucking incredible. Like for instance, Hadestown by Anais Mitchell. Amazing. Incredible music, incredible lyricism, incredible show. Like that's just what we're trying to achieve that, I'm like, we should write a musical, bitch. The musical.
Boom.
Upcoming.
Man, see, I love how the gallery gives you guys a place to come up with ideas, man. That was beautiful.
Oh, definitely. Like we need to start brainstorming on this.
That was beautiful. What got you into theater in the first place?
Do you want to start, Julia? I feel like I've been talking so much. You just got here, so go ahead.
Well, I just like growing up, my mom always like took me to like shows and stuff. And in elementary, I would do the little, shows. And I went to Leo, like the fucking performing arts school, magnet or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I want to go there because like I like singing and music and theater and stuff like that. And then, from there in high school, I just like started doing shows and stuff. And I was just kind of doing it like for fun. I never really took it like seriously, like I want to do this. It was just because, I like to sing, and there was never really any choir in high school or anything. So theater was kind of like the only way I can express my love for music. And I also love theater. So it was just fun, Yeah.
What about you, Dylan?
I've always loved theater. I've always loved performing. I've always loved being on a stage. I remember and also I mean, we all went to the same fucking school.
Yeah.
Leo was a great place for me to really express myself because, I was a performing artist, at my other elementary school. I went to Carver Elementary School in Cerritos. And when I tell you, bitch, if you went to Carver and you're fucking listening to this, y'all fucking bullied the fuck out of me. And I'm not even playing. Y'all bullied the ever-loving shit out of me. And I had to leave. Like, it was so bad. So then my mom was like, oh, I found this one school, in Cerritos. It's still close by, but, they're more, catering to, the performing arts. And, you love to sing. I literally got bullied for listening to fucking Lady Gaga. They really came for me for standing Gaga, and you know what? And I still stand Gaga to this day because of that. She made me stronger. But so I went to Leo. I started getting involved in the theater stuff, and it kind of just stuck with me. It's always been something that I'm really good at, something that I've always really enjoyed doing. When I'm not singing my pop shit or writing pop songs, I go to school for acting. I'm getting my BFA in acting. So I'm trying to get a degree in acting. So while I'm also doing music at the same time, I will be trying to do film, trying to do commercials, trying to do television and things like that. But it's really hard, coming from high school theater where it's just be confident, be performative, just bam, bam, bam. But then going to college and realizing it's you are living the life of another person. And it's not just performativity. It's you're literally stepping into, you're using your body as an instrument to tell the story of someone else in a way where it's so deep that you feel yourself becoming a different person. And it's just I think I love theater because I get to be another person. Not saying that I don't love myself, but I love portraying other characters and, being able to tell these stories through theater, I feel as a Black queer person, I want to be able to tell the stories of those queer people, those queer people of color who haven't had their stories told yet, because the media loves to kind of erase queer people of color and make people think that being gay is just you're white, you're tall, you're muscular, and you're just super da 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 da. I'm not saying that people like that aren't valid, but it's just that's not all there are. Queer people are so diverse. There's such a big community that really needs to be talked about and shown. So yeah, I've always loved doing theater, just to, not only for myself, but for the culture, for other people.
I see. Dude, I'm glad you mentioned the picking in or diving into a role that you have to play as an actor. I had this thought the other day where it's a really good actor isn't even acting, right? Because they really embody the role. They become Batman for real, or they become Bane. And when the camera's on them, they're not even acting. They've had years or months of training to become this person, and they actually start becoming that person in real life. So that's crazy you brought that up, bro. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's really wild because as someone who's going to school for acting, when I watch TV or movies, I hate being that bitch that's this acting is shit, but sometimes it's just they're not living the life of the character. They're not taking in how shit affects them. And I'm not even trying to read anything, because there can be television shows or TV shows where the acting is bad, but People still love it. People still binge it. You know, like I don't know if you guys have ever seen like The Umbrella Academy on Netflix. Like, it's this one show about these like fucking superhero bitches. It's pretty. It's like whatever. But for some reason, I was so compelled to finish the entire show in like a day. Don't know why. Maybe because I was bored, but it was just like you can still do acting. Sometimes you just have to be pretty. Honestly, not gonna lie. Like, but there are some actors who are both beautiful and really fucking talented because like that shit is hard. Acting is really, really fucking hard.
Yep. Do you have any experience with acting, Jules?
Yeah, like I said, like in high school, I did just those like shows and stuff. What did we do? We did Bring It On, High School Musical, which was terrible. I'm not I'm not the best actor or actress, whatever. But I mean, I would want to do TV one day. I feel like TV acting is different than like, you know, Broadway acting because that's like a live audience and you have to be, I don't know. It's just so much different than TV acting. And I would do TV acting. But that's really it. That's my acting experience. Nothing in college or anything. I took like theater classes in college, but that was more focused on like the singing rather than the acting. So really it.
Yo, another thing really quick, Dylan, dude, you had your whole like life. It sounded like you had your whole life planned out. Like, you know what you want to do, what you're in school for, like what you want to get out of it. I just thought that was really cool. So yeah, props to you, man, for just having your whole thing like set up and ready to go, man. Cause you know, half the battle is just knowing where you want to go. Right.
Yeah.
And I think you got that on lock.
Definitely.
Like, that's real beautiful.
Thank you. I'm glad it's coming off that way because I was really spiraling like last week because I feel like I was supposed to be double majoring this whole time that I was in college. I'm a third year at UCSB. So this whole time I was telling people that I was double majoring, but I was only focusing on my theater major and not really doing much for my sociology major, which was my second major. And I talked to my advisor like a couple days ago and they were like, yeah, you really haven't done shit for your sociology degree. So if you try and finish that, you're going to have to stay another year. So I was like, okay, not doing that. That's not going to happen. I don't have the money for that. So I was kind of like, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, I wanted to go into social work, but I'm not getting the sociology degree. So I was just like calling my mom and she was like, okay, so if acting and music, if that doesn't work out, what are you going to do? And I was just like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm fucked. And then I was like, okay, wait, let me slow my horses, hold my horses. Let me get everything planned out. So now I'm a single major in theater, BFA in acting, and I'm a minor in applied psychology. I wanted to double minor so I could focus on music, but I think I might just like take music classes like after college because I really just want to learn like theory and I want to learn how to like, you know, play the guitar better than I already do. I mean, I got pretty good in like the year that I played, but like I still don't really know like the ins and outs of music theory, but I'm glad that it's coming off that I have my shit together. I do have a plan. I do have my plan A, but I need to like really take my plan B, my plan C, my plan D, A through Z. I need to have the whole thing because if one thing doesn't work out, I need to have a backup. And if the backup doesn't work out, I also need to have a backup because, you know, I love to dream and I love to be optimistic about what my future is within the entertainment industry, and I'm manifesting it. I am manifesting that shit so hard for the both of us, for me and Jules, because I see it for both of us. But in the event that that does not work out, I'm like, okay, let's do this instead. You know, like, because it's like at the end of the day, America just wants your money. They want you to have money. You need to pay for things. You need to pay for bills and shit. Like, and it's just hard. And, you know, like, going into the world after college as an artist is a precarious career choice because they're like, you have to really create your own opportunities for work. So like, if you're not like a viral sensation, like in the Stallion or fucking Doja Cat, you can't just like expect, and not saying that they're like viral sensations. They worked for their credibility, you know, they worked for their titles, but it's just like I can't expect to like just straight out of college be like, all right, I'm about to become a legend. I say that in my head so I can manifest it, but you know, like it takes a lot of work. So I just need to have those backup plans in case I get lazy on my first one, so I can just go to my next one and not be so lazy. But I'm not saying that I'm going to be lazy on my first plan, because that's the dream, that's the goal, that's the life. You know, like I'm trying to live that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I was gonna say, it's not to overwhelm yourself. You know, I didn't know you're trying to be a double major. So
Not anymore.
yeah, dude. It's good you're focusing on what you really want to do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very cool.
It took a little shot to my pride because I wanted to be a double major, because my sister was also a double major, because my oldest sister, Scarlett Red Legend, she also went to UCSB. And so she double majored, and she's doing really great with her acting work. And, you know, she's not where she wants to be, but she's doing the damn thing. Like she's booked. She's really booked. So she's kind of the blueprint for me. And she was a double major. So I kind of wanted to like also do that. But guess it wasn't just in the stars for me. So no, I'm just a single major. But I'm not mad about it. I'm actually more relieved.
Does your sister make music too or no?
She doesn't. She did, but her strengths do not lie in singing or vocals. And I'm not trying to shade her, but she's an amazing actress and she's an amazing creator, and she's a very, very, very hard worker. And I'm so inspired by her like every day.
I said watch Gal Pals on YouTube.
Wait, what'd you say?
Watch Gal Pals.
Watch Gal Pals. Yeah, stream Gal Pals. Yeah, it's her little web show that she was on. Let me not say little. Let me not downplay it. It was her web show that she was on YouTube. It's like a queer-friendly girls type TV show. It's really, really fucking good. She's great. She's really funny. I fucking love her. But she did make music, and she kind of was the one who was like, okay, when I was like 17, 18, and I was mentioning that I wanted to be a singer and like a musician, she was like, okay, well, you haven't made this, you haven't done that, you really haven't done this. Like, how are you going to consider yourself a singer and an artist if you haven't really done the work? And I was like, true. So I feel like she definitely pushed me to work harder and really get the shit done.
That's good. That's good that it's in the family too, because that really helps, you know. Especially from someone who's done it themselves, you know, their words are more, you know, valuable. Especially your sister is telling you, you know, she's giving you good advice, man. I love that. I love to see it. It's beautiful.
Definitely.
But
also, I apologize if I keep talking too much, because I feel like my answers are so long. Hey, like, I'm literally like, it's an essay. Like, that's just my thought process. So I want to give other people a chance to speak. So.
Nah, man.
Let's pass it to Julia. Let's have questions.
People tuning in to hear you guys speak, man. So don't feel bad, please. Keep talking. Keep talking. But I have a question for you guys. For the moment, do you guys see any roadblocks like in your path?
What do you mean, like?
Let's start
roadblocks.
Anything that would like steer you in the wrong direction or make it take longer to get to your end goal? Let's start with Julia. What do you think?
I would just say like the fact that we're not like together, like Dylan's in Santa Barbara and I'm here, like that's the only thing that makes it like a little harder to like work on music as much as we want to, or like record, you know. But I mean, now that he has his mic and stuff, it'll be so easy for me to just send shit over to him. So I guess that's not really that much of a problem. But I mean, that's all I can really think of right now. Hopefully everything works out for us.
Yeah, the less roadblocks, the better. But I'm asking that to kind of prepare you guys to see if like you'll have any epiphanies, like, there's that, you know, down the line that we might incur, or we might encounter this. What steps can we take now to avoid that? Or what steps can we take now to make that process a bit smoother?
What do you think?
Yeah, I would definitely say like not only distance, because I know like I'm in Santa Barbara right now, but now that I have like new equipment, I feel like it's gonna be easier for her to send me stuff that we can work on. I feel like another one is really work ethic. I feel like I have a tendency of being complacent with where I am and with my music, but I feel like I should be aiming higher and higher each time I create something. Um, and I don't know if it's the same for you, Julia, but like sometimes I feel like we kind of just like, all right, let's go smoke, and we're just done.
Yeah.
But I feel like this, like my 2021 goal was to stop smoking because it just makes me lazy. You know, don't do drugs, kids. If there's children like listening, um, you know, but I feel like we definitely like in the time when we do hang out, we always make music. Like I feel like before we kind of would just like when we were like 18, we would just like kind of we would work on something, we would sing a little bit, and then we would just get high and like eat, you know. But I feel like recently as like 2020, like 2019, 2020, every time that we've hung out, we've worked on something. Every time that we've hung out, we've wrote something, or we've came up with a melody, or we've came up with an idea, you know. And now people are starting to send Julia beats, so now we don't even have to produce stuff. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to produce stuff. I want to be able to like produce our own stuff, but
It's
you know,
just,
I just feel like our work ethic is definitely getting better.
yeah.
Yeah, and one more is money. Things cost money. Like, you know, a lot of artists, like newer artists, some of them come from money, and
Yeah.
it's very apparent in the quality of their music, in the quality of their music videos, the production of it all, you know, and, you know, being two people that come from like lower middle class family from like the suburbs. Obviously, like we're better off than some other people, but it's still hard to work from, you know, the ground up without much equipment, without much materials. And, you know, we're both people of color, so it's not like we can just like be white on TikTok and then go viral. Like that's just not it's not an option for us.
Mm.
So, you know, I feel like we have to work like 6 times harder than like the average like white person that's doing or trying to do the same thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
Heard you. Heard you. You guys, or I've heard you just say the word viral a couple times in this podcast so far. What's your guys' take on it, like going viral? Jules?
Going viral. I mean, like he said, it is like, okay, let's talk about this. I heard that on TikTok, it's harder for you to go viral if you're not white. Like, that's just how it's run. Like, literally, if you could be white or like your skin color is just like, you know, white, and you could be doing like the stupidest shit and you'll still like get more views. You'll be on people's For You page more often than you would be if you were like a person of color, which is fucked. Like that's fucking insane. So I don't know. Going viral, it depends. Like, you know, you can go viral and just be like viral for like a day. Like it doesn't really mean anything, I guess. It's kind of just like, oh, cool. Like you get to say you went viral, but like at the end of the day, it's kind of just like people are going to forget about you the next week. You know what I mean? That's just the way the internet goes, in my opinion.
Very that.
It works out for
I
you.
feel like
Someone notices you and you're set. But
So do you want to go viral? Because I know that people do get 15 minutes of fame and they kind of just fall off the map. Me personally, I'd rather, you know, not be noticed yet because I feel like I still have time to grow as an artist, you know? And if I feel like personally, if I were to go viral today, you know, I wouldn't have enough content and enough work to maintain my virality, you know, and I wouldn't be able to push out enough content to maintain that. So that's how I'm looking at it.
definitely, yeah, I see it the exact same way. What do you think, Dylan?
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's not just TikTok where being white is really like an advantage. I think it's just in general,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
if you're like, let's say for me, you're a skinny white twink with fucking brown hair, even blonde hair, you're literally set. Not even just for music, just for life. Like, I don't want to compare it to like my dating life, but like, because I am not white and because I am not like super muscular and because I am also feminine, I'm seen as like ugly. I'm seen as like repugnant in comparison to like people that are like masculine or like not, like who are like muscular fit. It's just like, and in regards to music, I feel like virality, like going viral, it's really about like TikTok, like going viral on TikTok is really common. I would like to go viral because it's really not about the video. It's really about what you do afterwards. Like, how do you stay, like, how do you keep these viewers? How do you keep people interested? How are you going to create content that not only isn't just viral, it's just good. Like, it just engages people, There's some people that go viral literally just because like they're attractive or they're conventionally attractive or they're fucking white. But I feel like controversial figure, but iconic, Madison Beer. People try and fucking come for her because, she goes viral all the time because she's like this pretty skinny white girl, but that bitch makes good music. She really does. I'm gonna give her that, But, like, there are people who are making like amazing fucking music, even like different than that, but almost even better than that. Like Hope Tala, I just discovered her
It's
like
who
2 days ago. Legend, fucking legend. Her music is so fucking good. She's from the UK. She's really low key. She's alternative R&B, but her writing is fucking beautiful. Her melodies are great. Like, she's just a great artist. And I'm just like, see, like, there's some people that don't really have to work as hard. But in terms of going viral, there are people who really do deserve to like be viral and be stars. Like, there are people who really show that they are star material. And sometimes it's just like the TikTok algorithm really just likes to cater to their white audiences because that's where the money's at.
Yep. Dude, I'm glad you I'm glad you mentioned the fact that it's deeper than TikTok, because you could be white doing anything anywhere and getting away with shit, being successful. So man, so
Exactly.
yeah, what mind state changes did you have to go through to like finally become comfortable with yourself and your sound?
It definitely was a process, because I've been writing songs since I was like in the 5th grade. I was writing songs about girls that didn't like me because, like, I was fucking gay, but I didn't know that yet, like, so it's just like, it's always been like a journey for me. I feel like in high school, like, I would write a lot of songs, but I didn't really understand like the structure of what song, songwriting and poetry, it doesn't have to have a structure, but for my sound, I like structure. I like to feel like there's a beginning, there's a middle, there's a bridge, and there's an end, and like, I feel like that goes with like a lot of music too. There's a lot of like, and I'm not trying to say that I'm putting myself in a box, or I was trying to put myself in a box, but I feel like my songwriting has definitely come from it used to be very narrative. It used to be very free flowing, very stream of consciousness. And it wasn't really, not that I did it for other people, but it just was like, okay, that was cute, but like, keep going. It was always like, the feedback I would always get was, okay, keep going, keep writing. It wasn't really like, that's good. That's a hit, like, but I feel like as of recent, I've really like, I feel like I've cracked the code to what like a good song entails of, and with like credentials, like people fucking love that song, like, and I'm trying to compare it to like when I feel like it's different when I write for Julia, because I'm trying to like really get out the thoughts that she feels in her head and express it through her voice, and I feel like I have never been able to do that so doing that and getting the validation from that song, I was like, okay, I feel like I'm really not only finding my own sound and honing in on my own skill, but I'm helping another person find their sound because, like Credentials and Down are like sisters, not saying they sound the same, but they're in the same element. They're in the same range, they're good. Like they're bops, not to hype up my own work, but I just feel like it is some of my best writing work to this date. Also, let me not just talk about like the songs that I've written for Julia. Let me talk about my own music for a second. Like, Freudian Fate, for example, I made that beat by myself. I produced and mixed that song by myself. And I feel like originally I was writing it for my sibling Seven, at Seven is Risen on Instagram. And I was originally writing it from the perspective of like them breaking up with their ex-girlfriend. And it originally was supposed to feature them on it, and I was supposed to be writing for them. But I ended up kind of writing it in like my own from like my own perspective. So it ended up kind of being like my own song. And I was like, I think I'm going to have to kick you off the track. But they were fine with it. They were like, oh, it's fine. Like you're chilling. It's your music. It's your song. It's your beat. And I was like, okay, cool. But I don't know. I feel like it's really just taken a lot of practice to find my sound and to really find like, I feel like I'm still trying to find my sound, like I want to do R&B and but like, I feel like the music that I'm creating is like pop, and that's not a bad thing. Cause I love pop and I want to be a pop artist, but, yeah, it's taken a minute, like from like mid-September, like one of like the first song that I ever dropped, like I feel like that song was definitely like, okay, I have a structure. Like I feel like I know what I'm doing now. And for all the songs that I've written for the moment, I feel like The End of the World, like might be the best song that I've written ever. There's a lot of good songs I've written, but that one is my favorite in particular, just because it's like, I don't think that like songs, I wouldn't say that like songs that are catchy are better than songs that aren't, but that hook, like it's the end of the world as we know it. I know there's already a song that says that, but I just feel like the way that we presented it and executed it, it's just like, it's a bop. It's a bop. Also, Justice for Getaway. Straight up.
The tea. That's the tea.
No, that's facts. You said you got obviously know the saying, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Mm-hmm. So you could be repeating the same famous line, but you had your own twist on it. You had your little spin, the moment. I feel it. Mm-hmm. Here's what we're gonna do. So I got 3 questions. I want to do like a lightning round. All right. So each question, we're gonna have Dylan start us off. I want your answers to be like 2 to 3 sentences each, because I need them to be quick. Because I have like 3 quick questions I'm trying to get off.
Me like whole essay the fucking past hour that we've been talking. Yeah. Right. Okay. I can do it. I think.
Okay. Cool. Question number 1. Backtracking to earlier, Dylan, you mentioned keeping up with your physical health during the pandemic. I just wanted you to like, how do you do that?
Let me keep it short and simple. I started and then I stopped, but that's not to say that you shouldn't. I got really sick like a month ago. I had mono. I thought I had COVID, but it wasn't that. But I feel like as of 2021, I made my New Year's resolution to take care of my body. So I'm going to start again soon, but you really should just like, even if it's just taking a walk outside, like get your exercise, stay active.
Facts. All right. So taking a couple walks, go for a jog, quick exercise, quick 3-mile run. Nah. But what about you, Julia? How do you maintain your physical health in the pandemic?
Well, I try to like stretch every morning just because like personally I just want to be more flexible. But like I'll stretch and like I'll do yoga, just like at home stuff. I don't really like work out like that. I should. It's one of my New Year's resolutions to work out. But like, I mean, I'll take my dog for a walk like twice a week just like things like that. I'm not a big workout girl, but you know, you should. Everyone who's listening, stay active, work out, get your dish.
Hey, if the moment's working out,
We're some lazy bitches, if you couldn't tell. But it's
No,
okay.
straight up, like I'm not gonna like I fucking hate working out like
See-
with my whole being,
I drew
but I know it's good for you.
I'm over here trying to get y'all more active and shit, man. Cause y'all have
Please.
y'all have the influence, man. If the moment working out, everybody finna go to the gym, man.
No, I feel like definitely we should be working out, because with like the genre that we're going into with pop, like it's very, you know, we want to have choreo with our performance.
Choreo, babe.
We want to be able to like move and like do whatever we want with our bodies, because that it's just, you know. So I feel like we should
And it's like we're touring.
Yeah.
If we're touring, like that's gonna fuck up our bodies if we're not like
Definitely.
if we don't have the endurance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I'm not touring right now, so. But no, I'm just like, okay, no, I should be working out. But sorry, let me cut the answer short because it's been a little long. But next question.
Okay.
What's shoot.
Okay. I want y'all to set the stage for us, right? Let's start with Julia this time.
Work.
Okay. What do you think your first, like, what has to happen at your first successful concert for it to be for you to consider it successful?
Oh, what has to happen, or like what would happen at our concert? Is that the question?
Like, the way I'm viewing it, like, you can have a couple concerts here and there, but you know, you don't view them as like the one, or like that was the best concert, or that was my biggest concert yet. So I'm curious, like, what would have to happen? Yeah, like who's there, how many people, what songs y'all doing, like, for you to be like, yeah, that was my first successful concert as the moment.
Oh, okay. I feel like, honestly, to me, it doesn't really matter how many people are there, because it's just like whoever wants to support, come and support. You know, we're doing it for like ourselves and because we love to perform. So it doesn't really matter how much people are there, but it would be nice to have like a good little set crowd. And I don't know, just us being able to perform like all of our hits. So we would definitely perform Get Away, which is our most hated song, but one of our favorites. It is. Get Away. Like, oh my God. Anyways, just having all of our live instruments, we would probably have some choreo, like our looks would be phenomenal. We would eat, we would just look hot and feel hot and sing our hearts out, because that's what we love to do. And I feel like at the end of that concert, we'd be like, okay.
Wait, I'm sorry, yo, I'm laughing. Why is Get Away your most hated song? Or like,
oh my God.
Why do you
Okay.
feel that way?
Okay, let me fucking know. Okay.
You go.
This fucking song. I don't know why. Like I made this fucking beat like on GarageBand and I fucking loved it. Like I started fucking with like arpeggiators and stuff, and I was like, this is gonna be the song. Like this is gonna be the one that like the people love. Like, and we recorded it and we made it, and it flopped like so hard. But
Okay.
then
Dude, that doesn't mean people hated it though.
It's our most streamed song. SoundCloud.
Okay,
it just doesn't make sense.
The reason why we like, okay, from like our peers, our fellow, you know, local artists around us, they didn't give us the best reviews. They were being brutally honest, but I mean, we learned from it and we grew from it. But to us, like I said, we don't make music for other people. We make it for ourselves, and we made it like that's a song that we would listen to on our own. You know what I mean?
That's why that sentence caught me off guard, because you know, if you're making music for yourself, you don't have a most hated song. Like, you don't even like fuck what people got to say about your shit. But that's what I was like. That's why I'm like,
it's just kind of like a little joke that we say because
heard you.
It's like it's honestly like we don't think it's our most hated song. It's just like a little inside joke because one of our friends who is also a musician was like, yeah, it just wasn't giving what y'all said it was gonna give. And we were just like, we were confused because we were like, really?
Because
like
we
fucking like this? We
That's what
loved
I'm
it.
saying,
Like,
man.
and honestly, that's all that matters. Like, fuck everyone else. Like, I fucking love that song. I
For
would
real.
live for that song. I would re-record and remaster that song like today.
Definitely.
Don't let that shit get to your head, please. Like that's only
Of course.
gonna like. I mean, it could be some like motivation to get better and shit. But like, if you love the song, keep doing what y'all doing, man. That's all I gotta say.
No, definitely. I feel like it never really got to our heads. It really just made us laugh because we were like, we were genuinely confused because like, honestly, I don't even think we should have like really cared that much because I don't even think we did. We were just like,
I think it was just like the first time.
why? Like,
Yeah, it was the first time someone gave us a critique that was like bad. So we were kind of just like taken back. But like we didn't really care.
and honestly, it's gonna be more from there.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to like.
Yeah. But you know, that was just like the first time we ever gotten a critique like that. So it was just a little funny.
Nah, I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, but Dylan, what do you think about the same question about your concert success?
So I feel like a successful concert, like Julie was saying, like a good little crowd, a lot of our friends. Like I would want like our friends to be there, you know. I just want people to have fun. I hope people like I would love to see people saying the lyrics to our songs, you know, like and really like screaming that shit with their hearts and really enjoying the music. It's really all about enjoying the experience, you know. Sometimes I feel like I sound better live than I do on recording. So I would just want people to be like, wow, that was like a really good performance. Like you guys are really like you guys are really good performers. Like not only are you good artists, but like you're great at performing. Cause you know, I've seen some artists like who make good music, but they're just not the best performers. Like I remember like when Clara was popping off, like I was like, oh, I can't wait to see her. I went to see her at the observatory. Oh my God. Like it was just boring. Like it was really go girl, give us nothing. And I'm not even trying to sound like a hater because she does make good music. She's very popular. Like she's really popular with the girls. But like, you know, there was just no stage presence. She was just like, I'm just gonna walk all around on stage and sing a little bit. Mm-hmm. Her band was doing more than her. And I don't want to be that girl. I want to be the girl that's like giving the two-step, giving vocals, also playing the guitar at the same time. Like there are some people that don't even have to like do like a lot to be good performers. Like her, the artist her, mind-blowing performer, fucking amazing musician, just incredible. So I want to be able to like really bring like just a good performance. Like it doesn't matter how many people are there. I just want people to have fun. You know, that would be a successful performance for me.
Got you. That's a beautiful marker. Like if you, like you said, if you see someone or the crowd singing your lyrics, I think that's beautiful. Making someone just feel the same emotion that you had on the song, that's beautiful. I know Julia mentioned that in our first interview. Like she said she wants to give the same feeling that she gets when she hears like a beautiful track from one of her favorite artists. So I feel what you guys are saying, man. It's tight. But question number 3, I'm applying some pressure on the moment right here because I know y'all want to be big stars, and you guys, I would say you guys are on the right path. But let me start with you, Dylan. What steps are you taking today to become a star down the line? Like today, like January 10th.
Well, today, January 10th, today.
Yes.
On this day, I am taking the steps to really just like have a better work ethic. It's all about work ethic. It's all about working hard. It's all about, you know, doing stuff when you don't want to do it. Like sometimes I don't feel like writing, but I know that I have to because if I don't, then I'm not going to get better at writing. And it goes the same with like playing the guitar or, you know, singing. You know, I literally like, I was a really heavy smoker for the past like 2 years. And, you know, I kind of downplayed it because I was like, everyone smokes weed, but I was really chiefing, like straight up, like, and it really has affected my voice. And it hasn't affected it in the way that I can't sing anymore. But I know if I kept smoking the way that I did, it would. I listened to myself singing like 2 years ago when I first started smoking, or I started smoking when I was like 16. But like when I started smoking like heavy, like everyday type shit, like 3 times a day type shit, I was like, I sound so different. Not saying that I sound bad, but like I sounded so different, you know. But I'm getting my voice back, you know. I'm still like, I don't want to say that I'm in my vocal prime yet because I feel like smoking definitely hindered that. Not saying that like I'm like against smoking or anything. Because you know, like that's just how people enjoy their time sometimes. You know, weed is great. I fucking love weed. Like weed is really good if you're of age to do it, not encouraging the usage of drugs underage. But if you are of age to use those, I feel like weed is really beneficial to like mental health. It's really benefit. It's not for everyone, but I feel like it definitely has its benefits. But you know, you can never have too much of good thing. So I feel like today I'm trying to take better care of my body, better care of my voice, because I've really been putting my voice on the back burner and really like testing the limits of my vocal endurance. And because of that, like I would get sick like all the time. So now I'm like super paranoid that I'm going to get like COVID or something, or I'm going to get sick because like of the way, like of my constant, you know, usage of smoking, you know, because smoking weakens your immune system. And, you know, you just like, I really just kind of had to get in gear that like, I'm going to graduate college in like a year and a half, 2 years. And if I'm not on my A game by the time I graduate, ready to fucking like sprint to the finish line to the next opportunity, I've wasted my time. And I don't want to feel like that. I hate that feeling. I hate feeling disappointed in myself. So I just really want to get into gear and just get ready for like reality. I'm not saying that like going to college isn't reality, but like the place I live in, I'm literally living in off of financial aid. So once financial aid stops and I have to work to pay for where I live, how am I finna do that if I can't get booked because I can't sing because I fucking smoke all the time? Like that's not the team. So for me to be a star, my thing is work ethic and taking care of yourself. Straight up.
Definitely. Yeah, man, you got to keep your body right. First of all, you got to stay alive to become a star. Like, let's start there, right? You got to eat right.
Period. Like,
you know, stop, chill on the smoking, like intake and all that. But
definitely.
let me like take it back. Let me take a couple of steps back for a second, though. The reason I'm asking these questions, I'm thinking of two reasons. I'm thinking of two reasons right now of why I'm asking these questions. First is for the listeners, right? Because I know there's a couple people out there probably who want to be stars, right? But they sit on their ass all day, or they don't have the motivation to do so, or they want things handed to them. So I want to use this time to be like, you know, there's people who actually have talent and who want to do stuff, and they're actually taking the steps to do that. And I think I just want to showcase that and, you know, take and like throw away the fucking mindset that you deserve anything. Like you have to work for the spot that you want, right? So that was my first reasoning.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the first reason. The second reason for me is for you guys, right? Because I want you, like, if you're ever feeling like you're lacking motivation, or you know you need something to turn to when you're feeling down or whatever, you guys have your own voices, you know, from January 10th telling you like, oh, I'm doing this because I want to achieve. I want to, you know, I want to aim high. So I want to give you guys a platform to, you know, give you something to look back on and reflect, you know, maybe a couple years down the line, couple months, couple days, you know, give yourself a little boost of motivation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I think one more thing, like, and then I'll stop, is just like take your time. Take your time. I feel like people see these young artists becoming super successful, and like you don't need to compare yourself to these young artists because you know they have different lives than you. They've done different things, and it takes different time for everyone else. I feel like that's something I really need to tell myself, because I see artists like Billie Eilish, and like there's this one artist, Isaac Dunbar. He's an amazing young artist. He's like 17, and I see that, and I'm about to fucking turn 21, and I'm like, oh my god, like what have I been doing for the past 3 fucking years since I graduated high school? But it's not about that. It's not about achieving some sort of fame or achieving some sort of notoriety in your work. It's just about making music that you like. It's about making things that you would like plug into your ears and be like, this is a banger. Like, I want to get to the point where I can listen to my own music and be like, oh yeah, I love streaming myself. Like, and I feel like I do. I feel like I listen to the moment all the time. Like I listen to the songs I write for Julia all the time. Like, you really just got to take your time. Like, people pop off at different times. SZA literally didn't pop off until she was like 26 or 27. Lizzo didn't pop off until she was like 30. Like, there's people who don't pop off until they are like fully grown adults, and that's okay. That's okay. As long as you're making money, you're good. Like, as long as you can pay your bills doing what you love, that is like straight up my goal. I don't even have to achieve some sort of fame or like accreditation from anybody. I just want to be able to pay my fucking bills, like, for real.
Yes, sir. What about you, Julia?
Okay, so first off, I don't ever want to feel like I'm forcing myself to make music, because I feel like when I do that, like when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like do this and I'm not really feeling it, it just doesn't come out as good, So back to the original question, what I'm gonna do today, what I usually do before like I start working on music is like I really focus on like myself first and like my mental health. Like I get myself right before like I go into like creating this art, because like that shit is really important. You can't just go into it like feeling shitty and like lazy and just like making that shit, because it's not going to come out as well as you would like it to. Like, from personal experience, that shit happens to me a lot. So just like I just woke up. Usually I wake up earlier, like making my bed, like, stretching, drinking my coffee, maybe watch like an episode of Drag Race, and then like go into that shit and spend the rest of my day like making music, because like once you feel like, I feel like when you go into it with like, an eased mind and stuff like that, and you're like clear headed and everything will just flow out of you like so easy,
Mm-hmm.
And like everything what Dylan was saying, like, just having a better work ethic and things like that is stuff that I need to work on as well. We both need to work on. So
Heard you. All right, yo. That's a good little ending note. Stop fucking comparing yourself. You're doing fine, but you can do better.
Everyone better.
Everyone has room for improvement, man. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Please stop doing shit for other people's validation. Stop doing shit because your mom told you to do it. Stop doing shit because your sister doing it or your brother's doing it, all that shit. Fuck that. Do whatever you fuck you want to do because you want to do it. Yeah. Check us out on Instagram, motherfucking 10 Carat Gallery. We fucking going global, man.
Period.
Twitter.
Get into it.
If you're an artist listening to this right now, send me some music, please. If you want to get on the podcast, send me some music. We'll tap in, check you out. We'll get going, man.
Do that.
Shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to The Moment. Thank you all. Quick shout outs. Y'all have any shout outs?
Follow our Instagram page at The Moment with 3 E's.
Shout out. Fuck, who am I going to shout out? I don't know. Shout out my sisters. Shout out my mom. Period. Oh, my brother. And Julia. Shout out Julia. She's literally my soulmate.
Shout out Prod Penguin. Y'all should check out his music. He's been making everything for us, and he's amazing. Yep. Follow him on Instagram, Prod Penguin with an F. Shout out him.
Legend.
All right, y'all. We out of here.
Hey, bye.
Bye. Thanks for having us.